You know about the lieutenant role that Benji brought up?
Yeah. Me and Benji talked like for like
we talked about yesterday.
We talked a lot of shit yesterday. We talked about lieutenants, potential people for.
What'd you come to?
So the conclusion that Benji and I came to was that there are potential members that we see in the future that could be a fourth good underboss to help balance out the other three. And also, we think that there could be room for 1 or 2 lieutenants max. There are names, in conclusion, what Benji and I came up with. You want me to say this, by the way, Benji, or do you want me to keep this between us?
Sure. No.
There are names we came up with that we think would be good potential future underbosses and good future lieutenants.
Can we say ours first?
The name... Sure.
I would say Chico definitely in the future. Louis...
1 underboss, 2 lieutenants. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm just going to say 4 names that have potentials to fill whatever role. Louis, Jayden, Chico definitely, with what I've seen with his current group that he's doing, 100%. He's going to be one of those roles. And then, you know, Mona ever comes down the line, then yeah.
Okay. My problem with Louis, though, is just the simple fact of confrontation. He is good for on the street. Is he good for gang-wise stuff? No.
I feel like it's something that can be learned, especially once you're put in a position of power. And he has the, I think, Benji and I actually brought that name up. I see Louis as a good lieutenant. I think Benji said that too, right, Benji?
Louis, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think that he can. I mean,
energy is a bit more balanced, you know.
Yeah, he's actually genuinely someone that is very stable, and that's what you need. Like someone that's respectable too. Louis doesn't get mad unless there's a good reason for it, and when he gets mad, like things are taken care of quickly, and then he's just stable, very chill. Something else, Jayden, we 100% agree with Jayden. I think Jayden actually would be a very good lieutenant as well.
Yeah.
He already deals with all of the finances.
Not if you can't get people paying tax.
Yeah, I think that's something we got to work on as well a little bit. I do think, obviously, I'd like to see him around more too and shit, but obviously there's complications with that.
For this storm, the problem is it's very hard for him to do with the time that it would be inside of his head.
Sure. As for Mona, and I don't have any opinion about Mona right now.
What name was it per se? It was.
He also said
Jayden,
Mona,
Louis, Mona,
and Chico.
Listen. Mona can be an associate anytime. She just needs to meet everybody. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with Benji.
That's all it is.
She has been in the other song talking. She is up there in Sandy. She is doing everything with.
Listen, guys. I have no doubt that Mona will end up controlling half the people. She's got the capability. She'll probably do a better job than the 2 of you. The thing is, we just need to make sure that everybody understands her first. You know what I mean? Because this is not Seaside.
Yeah.
This is.
I think she'll be great for. I think Mona will be great for in the future, like Perez said, for a lieutenant for the next storm. Because you know, Benji, she can make the right call, right? Ray, you'll learn that over time. She'll make the right call on what she knows you guys will want to do without you guys worrying that she's fucked everything up and caused the whole shit show.
Yeah, there's no leaders in that dead zone area.
He just needs to get to know us better, right? At least me. Anyway, going back to the other names, Chico, I think Benji did mention Chico's name. There's one problem, guys. I never see Chico around. I see him maybe 5-10 minutes a day. I'm around.
Yeah, right.
I know.
His timing's off.
Like what I'm saying is, like, I see him at the beginning of a storm, and then I see him at the end of the storms. I don't see him anywhere in between. I know he's got a crew to run, but just remember that I hang out with Alex, his own boy, more than him. I know more about Alex than I do know about Chico, and Chico's literally in my gang. You know, like I don't.
Yeah, but that's also one other thing. As a thing to remember is Chico does have a job back in the city.
Okay, I don't know. Like, I don't know anything about Chico, guys.
Yeah, he's got a full thing, not like a
him
2-hour thing, right? It's like a 10-hour thing every day. Yeah.
That sounds like him.
Him type beat, exactly. Yeah. I think I don't know. I think these names are good, bro.
We forgot one name or 2 names, Benji. The other 2 that we talked about.
Wait, did Reggie give his names yet?
Reggie did.
Before we. Did you
Reggie?
No. So my thoughts. I agree. Bar Louis, I want to see him more, and I know he's on holidays. I want to see him. See, here's my thing, right? Is a lot of these people are great potential, and they do great for themselves, I would rather see them stepping up and actively taking these roles and doing these things without even being asked. Like you remember back when Jayden kept pushing to be treasurer without us saying it to him first. He was just pushing for that. These people have that chance and ability inside Hades to step up and start doing these things and showing that they have these capabilities. But I believe none of them actually wanting to do that because they think they can't. So that's something we need to push down to them, is that we're actively looking at new people. Start showing why you would shine in this position. I think we'll be oddly surprised with some people that would step up. It's like I think that Fiona would be great if she can actually believe in herself some more. However, like I've given her a couple of jobs for myself, and it kind of like, I don't know if she feels really into it, but I think that might just come down to that she doesn't think that she would end up being good enough to be that position.
I'm telling you right now, Fifi, more than capable. Her thing is, she might not realize it herself. She's more suited to be a member so she can have the fun that she's having fun right now. You know what I mean? Because if she becomes a leader, the pressure will change to how, like, when we gave her responsibilities with the butt coin. Because I think she did a lot of like, oh yeah, I'm talking to this guy, I'm talking to them. Oh yeah, we're gonna get this, I'm working with Jay. But the racks never went really down. You know what I mean? And she got overwhelmed by that, and then she suddenly said something else to us, right? You know, like it's okay to say that. We don't, you know, she's a good person. I think she's just more suited to very specific stuff. I think she's more of the type that, like, if we have a business deal with somebody, she's the one that takes care of that shit. You know what I mean? I think that's her kind of vibe. Yeah. So if we, for example, okay, we supply 10,000 materials or 10 guns to this group, she can get that done. You know what I mean? But she's not going to be the person that you give this house and say, yo, build this up. When I come back, it should have like fucking 50 racks or some shit. That's cool. She's not going to do that, you know?
Okay, I do think, like I said before, I believe in Fifi. I think she gives me, I don't know how to describe this. You guys know Giovanna from GG from what's it called, Cyprus? She gives me like that type of vibes where I feel like the way that they handle meetings is similar. Like the way they handle shit, like how Cyprus ended that war with us using and stuff like that. Fifi gives me very similar vibes, and the fact that I think she could also be a leader that represents our group.
If he has brought up, you know, making a racing crew, and then that being like essentially what Chico's doing, but a racing crew variant.
No, but I think if we bring this type of thing up ahead of time, this would be much of more of a priority for. Anyway, listen, one more name that we should talk about. Way down the line, I think if we did it now, it would actually be bad. It would be retroactive. But I think Marlo has not only something that is very, very required for someone in the high position is experience, but it's also like he just knows everybody. Motherfucker can deal with other people in other groups. He can banter with other people. He can take slight from other people and dish it back, and people won't feel like super pressed because it's Marlo.
Yeah,
which is something
known him long enough.
Exactly. Benji knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like the guy can twat out jokes and memes to fucking Flippy or to Miguel, and it won't be a war because everyone knows Marlo, you know? And that's the type of person you just need in a leadership position. We did talk, by the way, about one name we did forget. By the way, Tictac has been improving a lot. That's a potential candidate for a lieutenant, by the way.
I would say no, because everything you just said about Marlo is like the opposite.
I would say the growth I've seen from Tictac has been some of the most absurd growth I've ever seen from any person in the city.
If I had to pick either Mona or Tic-Tac, I would 100% pick Mona every time.
But
you got to think about this is for next storm, because Tic-Tac is primarily, I can't even fucking speak, next storm, right? And I think that you compare those two, and I know you can't comment because you haven't had the experience, but I'm telling you now, if you put those two together and you had the same amount of time with them, you would understand. Just Mona has a certain aura about her, and she understands gang politics more than fucking anyone.
I suppose
she is very well trusted for those things.
Yeah, Tic-Tac externally isn't a good idea as well in a leadership position.
I know what you mean,
I think
but
internally you'll get to his head.
I just want to vouch for now that I think he could be a good lieutenant. Just give it some time. It's a name that I consider more
down the line.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's a name that I
can see Tic-Tac being a younger version of me in a position of power.
I'm not gonna lie. I wish we had more ranks. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
I wish we had more ranks because
I think a
I
hierarchy
do
is important.
believe that Tictac's he edges a lot of people, bro, and not the sexual way.
He's like an operation lead sort of vibes, like Jayden without a title. You know what I mean?